Hi, I'm Adam. I have a bone to pick with you, and it's a matter of life and death. Disposable plastic bottles are a big problem, and hugely wasteful. In my own research on the topic of water, what worried me most was that 75% of empty bottles are not recycled and end up polluting our planet. And it is not like we can go without drinking water. What we need is a sustainable way to get it. The US has some of the cleanest tap water in the world, but we still spend about $11.8 billion on bottled water in 2012 alone. Americans throw away around 35 billion plastic water bottles a year, much of which ends up in our oceans. Pollution is a problem, and we need to take steps in order to better address it. What we need to do is provide more funds for public water access and recycle the disposable bottles we already have. But the first step in being less wasteful is to use our own refillable bottle.
I would say that I grew up quite privileged, you know. But not in material things, but something much more meaningful. The kids would laugh and call me River Kid or something like that. Because of that, I sort of grew up on the river. Those times were the best of times of my youngness, in many ways. I now see the river resemble my life, or anyone's life for that matter. You see, you flow through life swiftly or dreadfully slow. Opportunities come and pass, good times come and go. But there can also be droughts, times of hardships and trials. These times remind us to be grateful. It's our choice whether to let it destroy you or embrace it. Life is a precious gift, like a river. It's beautiful and people flock to it like trees. A river is like a tool. Life can be used to change others in great ways. So I say, take this from a wise old lady. Let your river flow.
Y'all, why can't I have one? When my parents would be all, we live in an apartment, we really can't have a birthday party anywhere else for you. We don't have the money, or we're working. My parents would always work. And like, when we finally had everything, when we finally had a house, my family wasn't together anymore. This is the first birthday party I ever had before. I didn't have a quinceañera, that's why I had a party. Oh, it was amazing. My dad woke me up and he told me happy birthday. He woke me up with 18 roses. He told me that I was old enough to make my own decisions and to make them wise. I went to go pick up the cake that she had ordered, and she surprised me because like she actually had a little princesses on there. I didn't expect it. Look, all the piñatas, you could pick one now. And I was like, and I looked everywhere for Jasmine, and they didn't have Jasmine by herself. So I ended up choosing the one that had Jasmine in the middle and all the other princesses. My friends were really excited about hitting a piñata. We haven't hit one since we were like 10, 11. Yeah. So it was, and I told them, I was all, we're gonna let the little kids hit it first because we'll destroy it. I put confetti in it and like a lot of candy. They thought it wasn't gonna have anything in it. And then we hit it till we burst it, and my dad hit it too, which was pretty funny. My dad hit it, it went and it was windy, so the confetti flew like everywhere. And the candies and the little kids were all candies, and they got candies on the floor. I felt like special, like a little girl, like how I would see every other little girl on her birthday. And then when she would cut the cake, everybody would be like, take a bite, and she knew what was coming, but she still took a bite. Like, I felt like a little girl, like if I was 5. I literally felt the attention of my dad telling me, happy birthday, you're my little princess forever.
La Llorona, the crying woman. She has many faces. She cries and searches for her 2 children in the arroyos of New Mexico. People say she drowned her own children. She drowned them in a jealous rage. Her husband left her for another woman. Now she looks for other children to snatch. Children who don't obey their parents and go out near the arroyos where they might drown. But she's only a legend, right? Just a superstition? Wrong.
When I was little, my grandma told me not to get near the water. Arroyos, rivers, nothing. Because La Llorona, she'll come and grab you and drown you.
I went outside to play, and when I was walking again, I saw some lady walking towards me, and I started crying, pounding on the door.
My auntie told me that she's heard La Llorona because she lives in Velarde close to the river, and she used to say she used to walk outside at night and just hear screaming. So
my grandpa used to work for the forest department in Taos, and him and his buddy would just stay out really late, and they would hear the cries of La Llorona. He said that it was just really creepy and really weird.
We've heard that if we go to the river, she's down there and she likes to drown kids, so to stay away from there. That's why I stayed away from the river when I was a kid.
It was pretty smart of my grandma to tell us that, because if we were to get hurt, if we were over there by ourselves, and I guess it kind of scared us, so we wouldn't go.
I'll tell my kids that story, just to keep them away from there.
When I was younger, my grandma used to tell me to stay away from the arroyos and ditches because La Llorona would come to get me. But she said that her relatives and people would hear crying by the river because she drowned her kids and she was crying looking for them.
And the person that told me was my grandma, and she has actually personally said she's heard her cry or whatever. So it kind of freaks me out to actually know that somebody's actually heard her.
I do believe that there's a La Llorona out there.
One of my uncles in Mexico, when he was around 15, he was walking at night, and by his house there's a river, and I guess he heard screaming, and then he saw this lady in a white gown, and she was just ugly, and she just started running at him, and then he fell and he passed out, and after that he doesn't remember much.
One time when I was younger, my grandma used to tell me to stay away from the rivers because La Llorona would come after me. And one time I had went and I heard a bunch of screaming. I got scared and I ran back to my grandma's, and she told me that never to go back out there. I started crying and I got all scared.
So for many of us, La Llorona is still crying by the arroyos. If you're near the arroyos on a dark night, watch out. You may see her too.
In northern New Mexico, water is the most precious thing we have. In order to get the water to the crops, so we can grow our food, our ancestors developed the acequia system. Every spring we get the whole family together so we can clean the acequia. Learning how to dig the acequia is very important, because you can break your back or really hurt yourself if you don't know what you're doing. In order to save our acequia system and our culture, we need to know some history. The acequia system has been in northern New Mexico since 1598. The ones right here in Alcalde date back to 1703 when the Martin brothers made the first acequia. The acequias are so important, they even built them before the churches. The acequias are one thing that really brings everybody in the community together, for the cleanup and also for any other work that needs to be done. This is something very important that we have to keep alive. If we don't keep helping each other with the acequias, we might even lose all water rights. That's why it's important for everyone to know about the value of our resources, so we don't take our water for granted, and so it will be around for future generations.
What now?
Honey, you need to understand why we're doing this. Do you know why we're doing this?
Doing what?
Do you understand? The line.
I'm standing on the line.
There's not
I'm
the line.
standing
Do you
on
see
the line.
If you stand right there,
I'm standing on the line.
The light.
The line is where you want me.
Your
That's
face.
where I'm standing.
Your
Okay.
face is the only thing that's good right here. This is the only thing you have going for you. I just want to show it off.
Okay. Well, maybe you should do a better stabbing, a better everything. Okay? Because I'm standing on the line.
You know what? Just stand on the line, okay? I mean, honestly, how hard is it to stand in one place for 10 straight hours? God!
My name is Honey Duell. I have like this super hot boyfriend, but don't tell my husband because like he gets like mad for some reason and like I don't even know why. But anyways, I have this like super cute dog, and actually I have like 5, and I think I'm gonna like open a shelter.
She's rambling again, isn't she?
And like I have like 3 houses. Actually, I have 5 if you like hunt along the East Coast. And then my dad is like super rich. Like he's a lawyer. I just can't do this anymore. Like, do you know how mean he is to me? Like, I don't even think he likes me. Do you know what he did? He punched me in the face. And look what it did to me. It gave me a black eye. Like, do you know how much this face costs? Costs more than this cameraman, more than this light man, like more than you. Like, and then he keeps squirting the chocolate right in my face. Like, that's gonna destroy my pores. Like, I just can't even handle this anymore. I don't want to work here. It's so difficult, I swear. I hate this.
I'm standing in line. Stop! Stop!